Has the Indiana Fever's impressive, yet ultimately heartbreaking, run to the 2025 WNBA semifinals fundamentally redefined expectations for the franchise, despite the profound physical setbacks that ultimately curtailed their championship aspirations? The conclusion of the 2025 WNBA season brought with it a mixture of immense pride and crushing disappointment for the Indiana Fever organization and their dedicated fanbase. The team orchestrated an astonishing push deep into the playoffs, narrowly falling short of securing a berth in the WNBA Finals. Their journey came to an emphatic, albeit painful, end in the semifinals, where they faced the formidable challenge presented by Aya Wilson and the eventual champions, the Las Vegas Aces. The series was a grueling, hard-fought contest that exemplified the intensity of professional basketball at its highest level, demonstrating the Fever's resilience and competitive spirit despite facing overwhelming odds, particularly concerning personnel availability. The semi-final series extended to the decisive Game 5, a contest that pushed both squads to their absolute physical and emotional limits. In a battle that required an extra period of play, the Fever forced overtime, showcasing their refusal to yield even against the league's powerhouse. However, the accumulated strain and persistent injury woes that had plagued the team throughout the entire postseason finally proved insurmountable. The Fever ultimately succumbed to the Aces, falling by a final score of 107-98, officially bringing their 2025 campaign to a close. The context of this elimination cannot be overstated. The Indiana Fever navigated the high-stakes environment of the entire WNBA postseason severely shorthanded, playing without numerous key contributors who were sidelined due to injury. This challenging reality forced the remaining roster to carry an exceptional load against the defending champions. Among the critical absences were two foundational players, the perennial standout, Sophie Cunningham, who had suffered a devastating season-ending medial collateral ligament tear, and the marquee star whose presence fundamentally shifted the league landscape, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's 2025 season itself was marked by significant disruption. Due to a series of compounding health issues, the star guard was only able to participate in 13 games over the course of the campaign. Despite the severely limited playtime, a testament to her undeniable impact and extraordinary skill level, Clark still managed to secure a coveted All-Star nod. Her on-court production, even in the truncated season, was elite, registering impressive averages that solidified her status as one of the WNBA's premier talents. Specifically, Clark delivered 16.5 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 8.8 assists per game, numbers that speak volumes about her ability to dominate the game efficiently whenever she was able to step onto the court. The recognition of her All-Star selection, based on such a small sample size of games, underscored the gravitational pull of her talent and her immediate influence on team performance when healthy. The loss of such a foundational playmaker for the entire playoff run meant the Fever were attempting to scale the highest mountain in the league without their primary offensive engine, making their Game 5 effort against the Aces even more historically significant. Before transforming into a WNBA professional star and earning early career recognition despite injury setbacks, Clark captivated the sports world during her collegiate tenure with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Her time at the University of Iowa was legendary, culminating in her breaking the National Collegiate Athletic Association's all-time scoring record, etching her name permanently into the history books of college basketball. The University of Iowa, recognized for its robust athletic programs across multiple disciplines, has consistently been a source of elite professional talent, extending far beyond the basketball court. This tradition of producing high-caliber athletes links Clark's professional journey to numerous stars currently competing in major leagues, including two prominent figures in the National Football League: Philadelphia Eagles cornerback Cooper DeJean and San Francisco 49ers tight end George Kittle. In a recent high-profile clash that paralleled the intensity of the WNBA playoffs, these two Hawkeye alums found themselves on opposing sides during the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. On Sunday, George Kittle's 49ers faced off against Cooper DeJean's Eagles. The highly anticipated contest concluded with the 49ers emerging victorious, defeating the Eagles by a score of 23-19. This result ended the Philadelphia Eagles season and, consequently, Cooper DeJean's playoff run. Both former Iowa stars contributed statistically during the crucial wild card matchup. DeJean, playing corner for the Eagles, tallied 2 key tackles and successfully defended 2 passes, showcasing his defensive prowess. On the offensive side, Kittle, the rugged tight end for the 49ers, managed a solitary catch on 2 targets, resulting in a gain of 6 yards. However, the celebratory atmosphere surrounding the 49ers' advancement was quickly shadowed by devastating news regarding Kittle. Midway through the third quarter, immediately following his lone reception of the game, Kittle was forced to exit the field with what was clearly a debilitating leg injury. The severity of the incident was confirmed shortly thereafter. Following medical evaluations, Kittle was diagnosed with a torn Achilles tendon, an injury notorious for its extensive recovery timeline. This diagnosis immediately terminated his participation in the 49ers' ongoing playoff push and introduced significant uncertainty regarding his readiness and availability for the 2026 NFL season. The swift transition from postseason victory to immediate, long-term injury cast a pall over the 49ers' continued championship aspirations. The professional sports world often highlights the resilience and camaraderie among elite athletes, especially those who share formative experiences. The immediate aftermath of Kittle's season-ending diagnosis prompted an outpouring of support, and on Monday, the star tight end took to social media, sharing a candid and emotional update on his personal Instagram account. addressing the abrupt end to his season and acknowledging the inherent difficulties of the sport. His message reflected both his love for football and the pain of the sudden setback. Kittle's update read, "Football sucks sometimes. But I love it. I love these guys and this team. Heartbroken but have felt so much love and support from everyone reaching out. I'll be good. Thank you. We aren't done yet. Also, when your team owner is the first person to meet you in the locker room, you know you're in a special place. Cheers, all my love." This heartfelt post underscored the depth of his commitment to the team and provided a glimpse into the support structure surrounding him during a physically and emotionally challenging time. The connection between the professional paths of the Iowa alumni quickly came into focus. Shortly after George Kittle's post went live on the social media platform, Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever star who herself had endured a season curtailed by health complications, was among the first to offer a message of encouragement and solidarity to her fellow Hawkeye alum. Clark's response served as a powerful affirmation of Kittle's fighting spirit and a shared belief in his capacity for recovery. Her message was direct, optimistic, and rooted in their shared collegiate heritage, ensuring that Kittle understood he had the backing of the Iowa community during his difficult rehabilitation process. Clark's reply was succinct and impactful, stating, "You're gonna be back better than ever. We are proud of you." This public display of support from the face of the Indiana Fever franchise to the injured 49ers tight end highlighted the enduring bonds forged in Iowa City, transcending the boundaries of their respective professional leagues. It connected the themes of perseverance, injury recovery, and the unexpected challenges that define the careers of professional athletes, a challenge Clark understood intimately following her own disrupted 2025 campaign. The significance of this message, coming from a player whose own team had just seen its season extinguished in a painful Game 5 loss fueled by the very same absence of health and full strength, resonated deeply within the broader sports landscape. What happens when the intense pressure of a WNBA semifinal series collision meets the high-stakes abruptness of the National Football League Wild Card Weekend, linking two of the biggest stars out of the Iowa Hawkeye program through shared adversity and injury drama? The conclusion of the Indiana Fever's impressive and tumultuous 2025 WNBA season arrived with a definitive and painful finality, marking the end of a remarkable playoff journey that defined resilience in the face of insurmountable physical setbacks. The Fever's dramatic postseason run culminated in a grueling Game 5 semifinal matchup against the eventual champion Las Vegas Aces, a powerhouse roster led by superstar Aya Wilson. Indiana, battling not just the talent on the opposing side but also a devastating series of injuries to core players, pushed the defending champions to their absolute limit, forcing the decisive contest into overtime. Despite this display of sheer determination and depth of character, the relentless strain of operating without numerous essential contributors finally caught up to the Fever squad, who ultimately fell to the Aces by the final score of 107-98. This loss officially closed the book on the 2025 campaign, leaving fans and analysts contemplating what might have been had the team maintained a full, healthy complement of players through October. The narrative surrounding the Fever's conclusion is inextricable from the widespread injury woes that plagued the franchise throughout the latter half of the season and into the playoffs. Most prominently, the team was compelled to navigate the entire high-pressure postseason schedule without the services of their cornerstone talent, Caitlin Clark. Furthermore, the absence of crucial rotational players, including Sophie Cunningham, who suffered a season-ending MCL tear, significantly reduced the tactical flexibility and defensive options available to the coaching staff during the most critical games of the year. This challenging backdrop meant the Fever's ability to force a Game 5 against a team of the Aces' caliber, especially achieving the feat of pushing that ultimate contest into an overtime period, stands as a testament to the grit and determination of the remaining athletes, even though the final scoreboard ultimately reflected their exhausting disadvantage. For Caitlin Clark, her debut season in the WNBA was a mixture of unparalleled hype, immediate statistical achievement, and frustrating physical limitations. Various health issues meant that Clark was only able to participate in 13 games of the 2025 season slate. Despite this drastically truncated involvement, her statistical output remained astronomical, demonstrating her transcendent ability to impact professional basketball instantly. She maintained averages of 16.5 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 8.8 assists per game across those limited appearances. These numbers proved compelling enough to secure her a highly coveted All-Star nod, a significant and rare achievement for a player who missed so much time due to persistent health concerns, confirming the consensus that she is an elite, foundational talent for the Indiana Fever franchise moving forward, provided she can maintain sustained fitness in the coming years. The conclusion of the Fever's season, marked by high drama and significant injury, surprisingly intertwined with events unfolding in the professional football landscape, underscoring the powerful and enduring athletic legacy originating from the University of Iowa. Before Clark revolutionized women's basketball and became the centerpiece of the WNBA, her collegiate career with the Iowa Hawkeyes secured her a permanent place in sports history, highlighted by breaking the NCAA's all-time scoring record, an achievement that solidified her stardom long before her professional debut. The Hawkeye athletic program has historically produced numerous standout professional athletes across multiple major leagues, establishing a strong visible connection between Iowa City and the highest level of competitive sport. Two of these notable professional figures, Philadelphia Eagles cornerback Cooper DeJean and San Francisco 49ers tight end George Kittle, found themselves in a direct high-stakes confrontation during the wild card round of the National Football League playoffs. This highly anticipated postseason matchup saw Kittle's 49ers face off against DeJean's Eagles in a battle for advancement. The contest proved to be a defensive struggle, ultimately concluding with the 49ers securing a hard-fought victory with a final score of 23-19. This result allowed San Francisco to advance to the divisional round, while simultaneously bringing the promising season of the Philadelphia Eagles and Cooper DeJean to an immediate disappointing halt. DeJean's individual performance in the wild card game was solid, reflecting his defensive acumen. He tallied 2 tackles and successfully defended 2 passes throughout the duration of the close encounter. George Kittle's statistical contributions, however, were strikingly minimal in comparison to his usual high standards. He registered only 1 catch on 2 total targets for a mere 6 yards of total offense, reflecting the tight physical nature of the playoff atmosphere. Tragically, this singular 6-yard reception, secured midway through the third quarter of the intense playoff game, proved to be the final play of George Kittle's entire 2025 campaign. Immediately following the completion of the catch, Kittle was forced to leave the field, exhibiting visible signs of distress related to what was initially identified as a lower leg injury. The severity of the situation quickly became apparent, transitioning from simple concern to outright devastation for the 49ers organization. Subsequent medical evaluations confirmed the worst-case scenario. George Kittle had sustained a devastating torn Achilles tendon. This catastrophic injury instantly ended his involvement in the ongoing playoff push, depriving the 49ers of one of their most effective offensive weapons and emotional leaders as they continued their championship pursuit. Furthermore, the injury carries profound long-term implications, potentially placing his availability for the entire 2026 National Football League season in significant jeopardy, necessitating a long and arduous process of rehabilitation and recovery that challenges the finest athletes in all of professional sports. In the immediate aftermath of the diagnosis, and shortly following the conclusion of the wild card weekend, Kittle addressed the profound physical and emotional blow directly. Utilizing his platform on the social media service Instagram, the tight end shared a candid and heartfelt update with his extensive fanbase and the broader football community. His message was a raw acknowledgement of the unpredictable and often cruel nature of elite competition, balanced with an affirmation of his deep commitment to his team and his chosen profession. Kittle wrote, "Football sucks sometimes. But I love it. I love these guys and this team. Heartbroken but have felt so much love and support from everyone reaching out. I'll be good. Thank you. We aren't done yet." Also, when your team owner is the first person to meet you in the locker room, you know you're in a special place. Cheers, all my love. This message served not only as an update on his status but as a powerful testament to the organizational culture and support system present within the 49ers franchise, emphasizing the strength of the bonds forged through the shared adversity of a professional football season. The moment the post went live, it garnered immediate attention and an overwhelming surge of supportive messages from colleagues, competitors, and fans alike. Among the first and most resonant responses came from his fellow star Iowa alum, Caitlin Clark. Recognizing the magnitude of the setback and drawing upon the shared experience of competing at the highest level while facing physical challenges, Clark was quick to extend a message of encouragement and assurance to the injured tight end. Her public declaration reaffirmed the strength of the Iowa athletic community and expressed unwavering faith in Kittle's ability to overcome the devastating injury. Clark's concise but powerful message read, "You're gonna be back better than ever. We are proud of you." This final exchange closes a dramatic period of professional sports competition, one that saw the Indiana Fever push the WNBA champions to the brink without their star player, only to transition seamlessly into the physical heartbreak suffered by a fellow Iowa legend on the football field. The message from Clark provides a definitive conclusion to this intertwined story of high performance, injury, and the enduring resilience expected of the top athletes emerging from a Hawkeye program, delivering the final word of support and solidarity as both Clark and Kittle now face their respective off-seasons focused on health, recovery, and preparation for future, hopefully fully healthy competitive returns.